Good day, mates. So here we are again with another review. Today we have a resin model, which I usually get excited about because resin models happen to be quite awesome. I think they're probably the most detailed genre of the 1/64 scale. Unfortunately, they're also probably the most expensive, but you get what you pay for. So this is a Jaguar. It's a very iconic car. This is the E-Type. Now the Jaguar E-Type came out in 1961 and ran up until 1975. There's a 3.8 liter engine up front, making around 265 horsepower, and that actually got it up to 150 miles per hour, which is pretty fast for 1961. And 0 to 60 was around 7 seconds. So again, for 1961, it was considered pretty sporty. Okay, no information. Must be an unlicensed product here. I looked up the price of these things when they were new, and it's around $5,600, which in today's money is around $50,000. So I guess that's pretty reasonable. It's in line with Jaguars, I guess, of modern times. So what's going on with this case? It's really difficult to crack open here. I can't seem to get my fingernail into this plastic. Bear with me, guys. I'm afraid it's going to go flying off somewhere. Oh, boy. So, okay, here we go. Well, unfortunately, I gouged the base now. So, be careful if you guys order this thing. Tight cover. Okay, so, can it be taken off the base? It can, but I'm not going to touch it. The resin models are simply, I think, too nice to be fondling with my bare fingers, because if you'll notice here, the windshield wipers are these photo etched metal pieces. They're really thin, and also you have to be careful when you clean these things that you'll snag these wiper blades on a resin model. Okay, but before I get into that, let's look here at the placard here. It's some sort of photo etched metal, I guess. Looks pretty good. It's not limited quantity, nothing indicating that. So it's just a nice model, I guess. This model also comes in British Racing green and red, but I'm okay with this champagne color here. It's kind of like I don't know, it's not really a gold. I guess it is more like a champagne, somewhere in between gold and tan. Okay, so let's see here. We'll start with this side here. Okay, so look at these wheels. They're quite excellent. I mean, they're photo etched metal and they're bent spokes, and then you got this chrome center cap, so that's really nice. You can't really see the disc brakes on this because well, I guess it was hard enough just to make those wheels, but the Jag E-Type did have disc brakes, which is pretty good for the time. Okay, so looking at the panel lines, look how tight these panel lines are. I mean, that's the beauty of a resin model, so it's very nice indeed. Okay, look at these windows here. We got the super thin plastic, and then there seems to be like a chrome application or something. I'm not sure if it's a separate piece of metal glued to that plastic or what. It's hard to tell. I think it actually might be a separate piece of metal. Yeah, my pick actually runs into it, so that's pretty amazing, really. So they took a piece of plastic, and then they have this thin piece of photo etched metal on top of it, mimicking the chrome molding of the windows. So that's impressive. Okay, unfortunately, the door handle is just molded into the resin. It's not even painted silver. If you look at the picture behind, it has a chrome door handle, so that's something odd that they missed here on this model. Okay, so this thing must be the fuel filler cap, I imagine. All right. And then we do have these really nice plastic lenses here, and they're actually separated by this chrome piece, which is really intricate. I mean, that's pretty nuts, actually. I mean, it looks like a chrome plastic piece here, and then they inserted these tiny pieces of plastic for the turn signals and stuff. I mean, look at my fingertip, and look how small that is. That's quite amazing. Okay, so then we have a E-Type license plate, and then we have the brand there. Can we read it? I do believe so. Let's see if the camera can focus. Yep, look at that, Jaguar. So that's quite nice. And while we're at it, we got these chromed exhaust tips. That one's not perfect, but I mean, we're talking really small tips here. I'm not sure what this thing is on the car. Not sure what that is. That oval. Maybe it's a backup lamp. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. If anyone knows, please leave a comment. Okay. So going on this side, let's take a look here. I don't see anything wrong. Sorry if it's out of focus. It's a really shiny car. Okay, so going to the front. Now, yeah, we got again. Are they inserts or paint? Yeah, it is a plastic orange insert inside of a chrome plastic piece. So that's really impressive. These could be the best lights I've seen so far on 1/64 scale. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and say that actually. I've never seen a taillight that crazy good. You know, it's 4 pieces just to make one taillight. So amazing, really. It's just weird that there's no brand. I guess it's unlicensed again. But now let's look at these headlights. So yeah, there are headlights and then the lenses in front of them. And those headlights look like they have some pretty good detail as well. So very realistic looking. And then again, this chrome metal piece, it's actually a photo etched piece of metal on top of that plastic lens. So quite amazing. Looking into the grill here, can we see? Well, it's a red dot. I guess that's better than nothing. I mean, that thing is tiny. It's probably like, if I had to guess, 1.5 millimeters in diameter. So really small. Okay, so that's good enough. Okay, now again up to the roof. I mean, the top of the hood. Molded in ribs there. And then these are metal pieces as well. This little chrome piece, just like on the real car. You have metal on there as well, so that's really awesome. And then I never really realized that E-Type has 3 windshield wipers. So that's something new to learn today. Okay. And then it looks like here there's a rear view mirror hanging. You got a wooden steering wheel. Let me pull out the flashlight and see if we can see a little better what's going on inside. Wow, look at that. Look at that steering wheel. You know, it's got, what, I guess metal arms and then the black horn. I don't know if that's a horn on such an old car, but the center cap is black and then maybe silver in it. So that might actually be the nicest steering wheel I've seen in this scale as well. Okay, emergency brake lever, shifter knob there. Okay, look at the back here. So you can see there's some, I don't know if those are photo etched metal stripes there. It's kind of like metal rub strips for the luggage to rest on. But I can't tell if those are metal. I think they might be because the edges are so crisp. I don't know if that is paint or not. Well, whatever it is, it looks pretty darn impressive, really. So, really nice. Okay, so I am curious if we can look how clear the window is. Right? This model is just blowing my mind right now. That is such a clear window. I'm going to try to see if the camera can actually focus on my finger through those 2 windows. It cannot. Well, it's almost like it's, see, it temporarily focuses on the windshield wiper blades. So those are some really clear windows just because they're so thin. You know, there's not much optical distortion going on. So, wow. Let's see on this side here. This interior is just something else. I mean, I thought the Lambo Terzo Millennio interior was great, but the windows on that car are so dark you can't really tell what's going on. But this one, the windows are so clear you can definitely see what's happening here. Oh, okay, look at that. That center console has all these gauges. Wow. Okay, well, that's quite nuts, really. Okay, well, just a couple other stats. Actually, you know what? For XLT Off-Road Bear, I mentioned some Doctor Who 3D print stuff. So this one's for you. This spin is for you. While this car is spinning, and you can kind of look at it in awe, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the car. So you got to remember, this is 1961. So this car had a unitary construction, whereas most cars had a frame and then bodies attached to a frame, like a tubular frame. This car was more like a modern car, where it was a unibody, or more, well, anyways, a more modern style, not a separate subframe. And then I mentioned the disc brakes again, and independent front and rear suspension. So what happened in this car spurred a lot of industry changes. Okay, and I guess even Enzo Ferrari quoted this car to be the most beautiful car ever made. So that's coming from Enzo Ferrari. So if you don't know much about this car, I hopefully you now do, and maybe you want to pick it up yourself. Of course, it is kind of pricey, but for me, I think it's worth it. I mean, this is an icon of automotive history, and it just so happens that this no-name car brand, no brand at all on this model, made a really spectacular model indeed. I am just now looking again. So one last thing before I go. The wiper blades are actually bent 90 degrees. A lot of the resin models, they'll just have a flat piece of metal, which is nice, but the actual blades on these wipers are bent 90 degrees like a real wiper blade. So again, I'm just absolutely amazed here, and that's why I've been talking for 12 minutes. Okay then, well, cheerio lads, I guess we'll catch you around the next time, and for XLT Off-Road Bear, hopefully you like the little props here. If you guys don't know Doctor Who, it's an old British television show where there's several different people played this character, Doctor Who, and he traveled in this police box, and that police box took him to all sorts of weird dimensions and alternate realities. And these two little gold robots are called Daleks, and Daleks are something I remember as a kid because they're just ridiculous looking, but they wanted to, like, you know, take over the world and destroy everything, that kind of stuff. So, okay, I'm rambling on, so I'll see you around. Bye.